Dear Pixie, you asked us, is the Diamond Soul Matrix the same thing as parallel lives of the same soul, but with the intention of the mission not on speeding up learning lessons in Earth School? It is my understanding that parallel lives of the same soul is done to speed up learning spiritual lessons. Are all Diamond Matrix souls volunteers from other planets and dimensions? What about souls which come straight from Source on Diamond Ray energy? From the perspective of the incarnated physical individual, then the Diamond Soul Matrix can feel exactly the same as a parallel life of the same soul. And from many perspectives, this is one and the same. However, there are souls who move into quantum understanding and awareness of their own soul's parallel lives who are not part of an individualized Diamond Soul Matrix, but are on the path of individualization, from the perception of one soul, if you will, even though all souls are part of a collective. The Diamond Soul Matrix projects forth a group of physical souls, incarnated upon a planetary system within the same incarnational time frame. Therefore, from a linear perspective, they are all incarnated together and may even meet one another, although they may be incarnated as different ages. Parallel lives of the same soul are, from the first point of reference, the same physical individual. The parallel life is an alternate reality of that same individual. So whilst from the higher perspectives these are one and the same, as all souls are parallel lives of one another, from a more linear point of view, these are different projections. Those that stand as physical incarnated parallel lives of another, we would refer to as a soul group. This is very similar to the Diamond Soul Matrix, which is in itself a soul group that holds potential, moving into full awareness of the diamond frequency. This is a fallback system to ensure the particular mission is completed. Perhaps the best way to explain this would be to say that the Diamond Soul Matrix is one higher self, operating as a group consciousness for a small group of physically incarnated individuals, whereas soul group members each have their own higher self, even whilst being parallel lives of the same soul. This is metaphoric, but shows you a model whereby you can see the differences between the Diamond Soul Matrix and the soul group. In actuality, all higher self constructs are collectives, and the overall higher self collective is shared by all incarnate in physicality. From a more linear perspective, one could say that the Diamond Soul Matrix individuals share a higher self construct, if you will, and that the soul group members have their own higher self. We would also add that parallel lives do not occur for some people and not for others. They do not occur for a particular purpose other than the overall expression of Source in its seeking to know all and everything through ultimate creation. Parallel lives are the expression of organic life form and of light. For organic life form and light are quantum. There is no individual incarnate upon your planet Earth that does not hold parallel lives. All living forces hold geometry matching that universe, which is quantum. The DNA frequency is quantum. Soul groups incarnate together as they magnetically draw one another into new incarnations. Meeting a member of one's soul group does indeed speed up the learning of one's lessons upon your planet through the connection that the soul group members hold. Soul group members usually, not always, connect with each other within a physical lifetime. Diamond soul matrix physical incarnations often do not meet in the physical reality, even though they are aware of each other when they become activated. This has been the predominant patterning up until your current time frame of 2014. However, with the heightened energies of the Great Gathering and the parent-child matching diamond ray frequencies, the Diamond Soul Matrix incarnations are now meeting each other, either electronically through your worldwide internet systems or in the physical actuality. The reason for soul groups incarnating together, from a linear perspective, is often to speed up the learning of lessons, or rather trigger spiritual growth. Members of the same soul push each other's buttons, if you will, triggering rapid growth. This can also be referred to as holding keys and codes for each other that are transferred, or rather exchanged, upon meeting. Several keys and codes will be held within individuals that are aligned, matching geometry for their soul group member counterpart. When they connect within the physical reality, the key code transference takes place. This can be perceived between the individuals as a magnetic pull that cannot be explained, that repels as much as it attracts. This is very much the love-hate relationship, if you will, between male-female heterosexual souls, or the male-female polarity energetic between homosexual souls. An entire soul group can come together as a polygamous pattern where one has incarnated one male with several wives, or a female incarnated that has several male partners. These polygamous soul groupings are very rare and remain so even in your current time frame of 2014, as this is a polygamous geometry that does not fully fit with the flower of life geometric pattern that the third density Earth holds. However, the polygamous geometry is held within many other universes and planetary systems and is quite the norm depending on the particular patterning of the density or planet. Soul groupings are often same-sex parent-child incarnations. These can be challenging relationships as the love aspect is heightened through the unexplainable magnetic attraction and similarity between the two, yet the same pushing of one's buttons or boundaries takes place. Often these same-sex parent-child incarnations are in fact the parallel lives of one another and are the same soul from the linear perspective. We will again impart the highest truth that all souls are parallel lives of one another. All souls are part of the Earth Humanity Soul Group. All souls are aspects of the Diamond Soul Matrix of Source. You asked the question, are all Diamond Matrix souls volunteers from other planets and dimensions? Indeed, this is the case. In order to be incarnated with the Diamond Light potential, one would have already graduated through the third dimensional learning template. However, the word volunteer, whilst a most truthful and aligned word to explain this, does not fully convey the utter service the higher soul comes from when choosing to go backwards, if you will. Although in truth, momentum never moves backwards. But from a linear point of view, these souls are moving backwards in time and have come from your future, if you will. From the aspect of Earth's future that is multidimensional and galactic, and not a third dimensional Earth at all. The fast-moving vibrancy, peace and light of the higher densities becomes one with the individualized soul. It is a large undertaking, if you will, to leave that utopia and paradise dimension to return to the laws of physicality. Yet the volunteering is done with such absolute service that from that point of view there is no actual volunteering, as that suggests a choice. These higher souls have an abundance of choice and free will, yet their choice is always to exist where the greatest growth for Source itself can take place. At this point in the galactic time frame of your universe, being incarnated upon third-dimensional Earth or a parallel third-dimensional Earth holding similar patterning is where the greatest growth for Source itself can take place, and from that perspective there is no choice for that higher soul to make. You asked us about souls that come straight from Source on diamond ray energy. Again, this is a multi-perspective response. All souls come straight from Source on diamond ray energy. It is the individualized memory fields held within their overall energy matrix that gives them individualization. From that perspective, the majority of souls incarnate upon your planet hold the memory and perception of the linear soul's journey within their matrix fields, and are therefore linked to many incarnations, planetary systems, parallel realities and dimensions. However, it is the case that there are some physically incarnated souls who hold the memory fields within their matrix only of Source itself being the seed point to their individualized memory, and the return to Source after their incarnation. This perception within their matrix is needed for that particular soul. From a linear point of view, these souls are not part of the individualized diamond soul matrix, but are one soul in physicality incarnating directly from Source upon the diamond ray and returning directly to Source when the incarnation has finished. We must, however, draw your attention to the ultimate truth of reality whilst responding to this question, as all souls are directly from Source and shall return directly to Source upon leaving the physical body. All perceptions, experiences, and perspectives in between the journey from Source to physicality and back to Source take place within the blink of an eye. The perception of reality is directly in response to the awareness and expansion of the individual. We repeat, the perception of reality is directly in response to the awareness and expansion of the individual. This is the case with a non-physical, multidimensional, individualized being, a non-physical, newly recycled soul, if you will, and with a physical incarnated human being within third density Earth, such as yourself. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. Gateways within, gateways within, gateways within, gateways within. Come with me on a euphoric voyage.